I'm going to call this meeting to order. An executive session was held in advance of this meeting to discuss personnel, contract, and legal matters. If everybody could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I have a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Public comments on agenda items only. There's nobody in the room. Is there anything online?
No.
No? A motion to approve minutes for the September 13th regular board meeting and the policy committee meeting and caucus meeting, both held on October 4th.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Now to our student representative.
Hello, it is nice to be back with you all. So October is a busy month. We've got lots of fall festivities going on. So our Spookathon is back. Our National Honor Society and our marching band are sponsoring this event. We are looking for community members to donate their cars to our trunk or treat event. This event is going to be held on October 18th, which I believe is a Tuesday, from 5 to 8 p.m. If you feel so moved to donate your car, please email Mr. Jeremy Brokus at jbrokus@susquenita.k12.pa.us. The biking period ends in 2 weeks, and we are discussing creating an academic break, which is an opportunity for students at the end of each marking period to kind of step away from the academic rigor of the school life and maybe do something a little more fun. And the first one will be held on November 10th. The PSATs are happening tomorrow, so we wish our students good luck who are feeling adventurous enough to take them. Our fall play is being held on November 18th and 19th, and there will be a free senior and veteran show like usual. I believe it's being held on November 14th. The Principals Advisory Committee will soon be meeting to plan some different activities to increase school connectivity so that students are feeling more connected to the building and the community rather than just through school. And I spoke with Mr. Funk today on students' concerns about the decreasing quality of our lunch food. Mr. Bard will be meeting with our Principals Advisory Committee as well on Friday to listen to some student concerns. He has already contacted the nutrition group to send a chef and to provide additional training. And that's all we have. Any questions? Alrighty, thank you.
I don't have a question, but I wanted to just publicly thank Taryn for helping at the chili cook-off for the Eagle Foundation. She spent probably 4 hours there, so thank you for volunteering.
Thank you, Taryn. And you are correct, the Spookathon is this coming Tuesday, so come out. It was a great time, and will be again this year. Yes, there you go. 1 week from today. Okay, moving right along. A motion to approve the following payment of orders. A general fund prepaid $579,751.96, and a general fund check summary for $714,343.96.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. A motion to recommend the board approve a refund in the amount of $757.10 to Penn Township tax collector Peter Thompson for an overpayment that occurred in August.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Looking to move 9A through J to approve personnel matters.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? Dr. Rubish, you good? Good. All right. Hearing none, motion carries. A motion to recommend that the board add Timothy Signor to the approved Roarbus driver list.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. A motion to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Special Olympics PA Unified Champion Schools for the Unified Sport Bocce at Susquenita High School.
So moved.
Second.
Have a first and a second. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. And now sending it over to Dr. Rubish for a Career and Technical Center and Blackhawk Foundation update.
Okay, as far as the Career and Technical Center goes, things are coming to a head here with the expansion of the program, expansion of the number of programs and the number of students they can take in. And, you know, I've been down there about 1 million times, and I didn't realize till last time I went there, they might be the only school in America that doesn't have a special entrance anymore. You can just walk in the school, anybody can. And that's one thing they want to put in there. But they're looking by the end of December, have this approved one way or the other. All sending districts must vote yes for it to go forward. And we're looking for them coming here in November, right, Dr. Fox? Talk? Yeah.
Yep, we'll have a special guest, Mr. Brune, the administrative director, is scheduled to come and visit us at caucus in November.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The read I get in the room when I go down there for the meetings are people are for this. But like I said, it's only going to require one dissenting vote for it to go down. So I think everybody knows that it needs. The question will be the expense, whether it passes or not. So on to the Blackhawk Foundation. Things are really busy. We're gearing up for the 5K. I encourage you all to come out and participate. You know, you can run. Your running days are over. You can walk. People walk it. Your walking days are over. You can pass out bottles of water. We party afterwards. We have food and drink afterwards. So please participate if you can. Bottles of dirt. Bottles of dirt are hot. They're going real well here. First football game, I brought 36 to the football game, and I went home with 3. I sold 33 of them that night. Yeah, it is amazing, yeah. T-shirts we have the insulated grocery bags for that too, and we're still looking into the calendar of the elementary school to celebrate the 50th anniversary, and that's still kind of up in the air at this point. We have to examine the quality and the quantity of the photographs we have, so we'll see what happens with that. But we're doing a lot with the foundation right now. We like the way things are going, and also if anybody listening out there would want to be on our board of directors, we're looking for extra people to belong. So do you have a family, a friend, or somebody who might want to do that? Let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, just a few informational items here, the upcoming meeting schedule, and some disposition items there. Mike, you need a new table saw? No, all right. And, you have a question? Oh, okay.
So the sick bank actually is staff members who contribute sick days into a bank, and membership then votes if a person meets the eligibility to be able to use those days.
All right. Administrative time. Over to Dr. Fox.
All right, thank you very much. And once again, congratulations to the high school on being named an Apple Distinguished School, not once, not twice, but for the 4th time. So that's incredibly awesome. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to Mr. Funk, Mrs. Matosh, Mr. Forotelka, and most of all to our amazing staff and teachers. Mr. Page as well for jumping in, and he's going to hit the ground running and already has. And most importantly, to our students for being a part of this ongoing process with us. Thank you to the elementary school team, the elementary school PTO for putting together an outstanding 50th birthday party celebration for the elementary school. It was an incredible party. Thank you to our teachers and students, Mr. Frotelka and Mrs. Comp. For the middle school students and to our middle school leadership, Mr. Ward and Mr. Black, and to the entire middle school team, thank you for recognizing students who were nominated for the Best of the Blackhawks. It was incredible to see them being recognized, and incredible that they had some time together in the afternoon to do some minute-to-win-it games, and it looked like they had a great time as well. To all of our students, important as we get to that second marking period at any point, if you start to find yourself needing assistance with your classes, please, at every level, we have after-school tutoring to help. talk with your counselors, talk with your assistant principals, talk with your principal or any of your teachers. That's why it's there. Please utilize it. It's underutilized, and it's a resource for you. A special message to our community: please consider being a Blackhawk. We need team members to continue to soar. We have multiple positions, from working with students as paraprofessionals, substituting, to food service, to being a member of our custodial team. These positions are extremely critical to supporting our students. Please contact myself or Ms. Miller in Human Resources for any questions pertaining to these positions. And finally, this month, we celebrate our outstanding principals during National Principals Appreciation Month. Thank you, Mr. Craig Funk at the high school, Mrs. Michelle Comp at the elementary school, and Mr. Jason Black at the middle school. Please join me in taking a moment to thank them as leaders for what they do each day for our students, for our schools, and our community. Thank you. Up next, we have Mr. Bard in Business Operations. Mr. Bard, the mic, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Fox. As the student rep had noted, I am meeting with the Principals Advisory Committee to go over some issues that we're having in the cafeteria of the food service. Primarily, I would like to address the menu changes that are going on district-wide. There are having some supply chain issues that are going on that the Nutrition Inc. has been keeping me abreast of. For example, when they order a truck, the truck does not come in with the food that they have ordered. So that has been a problem. So when the menu is posted on the weekly basis, especially at the elementary school, I know that Mrs. Comp has received several complaints from parents saying that the menu has changed very quickly. But the reason that is because of the truck not coming in with the food that they were expecting. They also had several, they are very short-staffed, as Dr. Fox had noted. So I ask anybody that is interested in applying for any custodial positions. We are, I think, 7 or 8 positions down in the custodial department. The food service department is 5 positions down, 3 at the high school, 2 at the middle school. So we are significantly short-staffed in those positions. And so that we are certainly seeking those positions out, even though Nutrition Inc. does have a subcontract with us. They are seeking people as well. So we are struggling in that respect. And Roar Buses could always seek some bus drivers as well. From the business side and the operations side of things, the audit is ongoing and is entering its, they'll be wrapping up, I believe, in the next week or so. So the audit is on time and should be completed in a reasonable fashion. If there's any other issues that come up, we will let the board know in a timely manner. But as of right now, everything is moving along pretty quickly. And with that, I don't believe I have anything else ongoing. Everything else was really handled at the caucus meeting last week. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Bard. If you could throw that over to Dr. Herman. Dr. Herman, if you could reach over, grab that thing, and we're rocking and rolling. Oh, Dr. Herman?
Thank you. I want to echo the sentiment of thanking Annie Fisher for her passion and her leadership in proposing and seeing through with the onboarding of the unified bocce. I think it's a really great experience for our students to have. I want to thank the board for also committing to that and bringing that inclusive practice here to the district. I want to echo some of the other pieces that were already mentioned here is, within the department, we still have some vacancies to fill. The paraprofessionals, like Dr. Fox mentioned, we did just onboard 1 here tonight with that agenda, so we appreciate that. As well as school psychologist and speech and language pathologist. We are creatively, though, continuing to solve the volume of the service and the needs that are associated with those vacancies, so we are fulfilling that. It's just we're doing that in very creative and strategic ways. So if anyone is interested or knows anyone that is interested, please encourage them to send us their name. I think that's it, though.
Thanks. And you could throw that right over to Mr. Quigley in athletics.
Good evening, everyone. With 14 seconds left in the first period. Scoreless out. Susquenita. Okay, real quick. Field hockey. All of our seasons are wrapping up here middle of next week. Currently, field hockey sits in the 12th position in the power standings in District 3, Single A. 16 make it, so we're solidly in the field. Now it's just determined who we play. If it ended today, we'd be at West Perry on the first round. And then after we win that one, we'd probably end up with Greenwood. It just sort of, we can't get away from Perry County teams. And just so you know, the strength of Perry County field hockey, we sit in 12th, and the other 3 Perry County schools are on the top 6 within the district. It's just, and our only losses this year have been to the Perry County schools. Girls varsity soccer, they're in line to win the league title. They won at Juniata today 5-0. We have 2 games against East Juniata left, Saturday and Tuesday here. That ends the regular season. If we sweep those, then we win the league for the 2nd straight year. EJ does have a very good goalie, but we pepper her enough, we'll score. Sorry about that one. Everybody.
Could we also get that field hockey score once more?
Right now, it's 0-0 at the end of 1.
Thank you.
In fact, we have 53 seconds till the 2nd period starts. Feel free to stream the games via NFHS. So girls soccer, continuing with that, is 6th in the district right now. 10 teams make it, so 7 through 10 play a play-in round, and then if the season ended today, we would open at Boiling Springs in the 2nd round of district playoffs. Football has 3 games remaining. They are home this Friday. We are currently in 8th spot in the district playoffs. 6 teams make it. It's going to be more difficult for football to get in because the first 5 teams all have a multiple wins more than we have. So they're going to have to knock each other off up there. Looking at your schedules, that's not going to happen. So we're going to try to slide in the 6th spot. Boys varsity soccer, their season ends tomorrow with a home game against Halifax. JV at 5:15-ish, varsity at 7, and then we will do something special for the seniors at the end of the game as they exit the field for the last time as Blackhawks. Cross country, the girls and the boys are ready to run at the district level. Their regular season concludes next week at Mifflin County. They just had the Tri-Valley League run today up at St. Joe's, which is up near Boalsburg, which is just outside State College. They're new to the league this year. Let's see, junior high girls basketball, so it's about 3 weeks to go. Both 7th and 8th grade are both above 500, doing well. This Saturday, if you want to see more of our field hockey athletes, we have a JV play day between Fouts Field and the stadium. 9 to 2, we have 8 teams playing here. It's a really good field. Newport, Greenwood, ourselves, Boiling Springs, Trinity, Bishop McDevitt, Sealands Grove, and Palmyra. All for the most part powers. So that'll be a good day of hockey if you want to come in. And next Wednesday, we are hosting the Tri-Valley League Field Hockey Championship game between Newport and Greenwood. That starts at 6:30. And then Thursday, we are hosting the Tri-Valley League Boys Soccer Championship. Those 2 teams have yet to be determined, but that'll be a 6:30 start as well. So if you ever wondered how often the stadium is being used, starting Monday, the first day it will not be in use will be a week from Friday. So it's every evening. So if you need to find me, you know where I am.
You asked for it, sir.
All right, thank you. Elementary school, Mr. Fortelka.
Good evening, everybody. I don't have too much on my list tonight. I just want to start out with a huge thank you to all the volunteer firefighters that came out last week for Fire Prevention Day. Not only did we have excellent weather, but we just had just the greatest time. It was great to see so many different fire companies represented there, but also just the number of smiles. We had Smokey Bear come out, and we also were able to have them have a station where the fourth graders were able to experience spraying a fire hose. So all around an excellent time. It was great to have the firefighters come in, eat lunch with us. They got their annual dodgeball game in, which was great to see that they're having fun, and that was their annual physical exercise, I think. So good to see a lot of that expertise coming in, but also another huge shout out. We had quite a few students here that are volunteers that came in and stepped up and did an excellent job explaining their emergency vehicle and interacting with the kids and really being role models. So that was awesome to see as well. We have Race for Education coming up on October 14th with the rain date of October 20th. Just a quick reminder for kiddos to come with sneakers and a jacket just to be prepared to be outside, and any prizes associated with that will be handed out on October 17th. We're also having a fall festival this year, sponsored through the PTO, on October 21st, 6 to 8 p.m. Lots of great activities, so come on out for that. And then the 28th will be our Halloween parade. So that's on the Friday before Halloween. So hopefully the kiddos can bring out some great costumes and we'll have a lot of fun that day. It's that time of the year for fourth grade that they have completed all their job applications for our school jobs. This is an excellent opportunity for them to not only experience kind of what the job process looks like, but really thinking about some skills they have and some strengths. But it's also an opportunity for our fourth graders to give back, help some of the younger kids, help the school. So all around, it's an awesome program that we have there. So that'll be rolling out for our kiddos over the next couple weeks. And the last one, we were really fortunate over the last, I think, 2 weeks to have some great trainings. We had an iReady training for a group of teachers, and then a foundations training. So this was a time for them to kind of sharpen their skills beyond the skills and experiences they already have, but also a time for them to collaborate to see what they're doing in their classroom, how they're effectively using that data, and how they're implementing that data as well. So always appreciated having these trainings, and my hope is that we'll be able to continue this and continue to build on all these experiences that we have.
All right, thank you. We're actually going to shift for a minute because I don't think it's always fair that she's last. So we're going to go Mrs. Matosh in technology.
Thank you. The only thing I was going to mention tonight was I want to let everybody know at the end of October to look for something new that the district is putting out, a podcast. It's called News from the Nest. Dr. Fox is going to be hosting a monthly podcast. Our first one, like I said, at the end of the month, it's set for October 28th, but pending everything since it is our very first one. And I would like to thank Mr. Shepler, Mrs. Falzarano, and Mrs. C. Miller at the high school for helping with this, along with the student tech team, who now have an official name, the Hawk Squad, and our media class with Mrs. C. Miller. They are creating, editing, and putting it all together. So look for our first podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to the students for helping me. I don't think I could have been more nervous for something, but they made it very, very fun. So, all right, we're going to skip over Mr. Ward, middle school.
All right, thank you, everybody. So first, I'd like to congratulate and welcome Mr. Jeff Fisher on earning the position of 7th grade math teacher at the middle school. He's been with us before, and he's coming back for a second round. His transition over the past week has been very smooth, and he's doing a great job. Like Dr. Fox said, on Friday, September 30th, we held our first Best of the Blackhawk celebration. Students were chosen by the staff members in the building, and we picked students based off of the acronym HAWKS, and we focused on the H this month, which was helping others. The students got a donut party in the morning, and later in the afternoon, they got to participate, like Dr. Fox said, in the Minute to Win It games. We'd also like to congratulate our students in the PTO for setting a record of number of boxes of chocolate that they sold. They sold 560 boxes of chocolate, each box holding 60 bars and each box being worth $60. The previous record was 300, so they sold a ton of chocolate here. The students that were selling chocolate, they get to participate this Friday. The PTO is running some inflatables, and those students that raise money, they get to enjoy the afternoon playing on the inflatables. This is a reminder that Monday next week on the 17th, we do have Pitcher Day at the middle school. Next Wednesday, very exciting day, the 8th grade class will have the opportunity to travel and tour the Cumberland Perry Area Career and Technical Center, and we're very much looking forward to this trip. I'm very excited. I get to go too. Also on Wednesday next week, we have our first digital citizenship lesson for students, and the focus for this lesson is going to be media balance and well-being. On October 28th, students get to dress up at school. We remind them that there's no mask permitted for obvious reasons. Then later in the day, from 3 to 5 o'clock, the PTO is going to be hosting a Halloween bingo in the cafeteria. Listening to the caucus meeting last week, I know there were some questions and discussions in regards to the middle school applying to the applying to be an Apple Distinguished School. We currently have 7 staff members on that team, including Mrs. Matash, Mr. Black, and myself, and a handful of teachers, and we have communicated our goals with the staff, and we look forward to pursuing this achievement this school year. We're also in the process of creating a hot closet at the middle school. While it's in its early stages of development, this closet we're offering secondhand, gently worn, very clean clothing to students that might be in need. So we're putting this closet together. We graciously accepted a large donation from the high school this week, and we plan on putting that together so students have access to it that might need access to it. And as mentioned in the past, our middle school our middle school cross country team and our girls basketball teams have been making quite a name for themselves this sports season. As they wrap this up, we want to congratulate them on having a fantastic season. And as always, stay connected with us on Facebook and our newsletter. We're putting things out pretty much daily for everybody.
Thank you. Mr. Page, high school.
It's all right, Dr. Falk. I understand, new guy going last. I get it. All right, so I just wanted to touch on a few things that we mentioned since the last board meeting. Homecoming, and a special thanks to Mr. Pop and Mrs. Kisner and everybody else that helped out and put that together. It turned out wonderful. It was an awesome evening outside, out here with the tent and everything like that. The music was great, and everyone seemed to have a lot of fun. On October 4th, we hosted a STEM day through Junior Achievement, and I want to thank all the volunteers for showing up for that. That turned out really well. The 9th and 10th graders, I know, really enjoyed it and were really involved. As I walked around, there was a lot of cool experiments and everything going on and showing all the different STEM things in the gymnasium. On October 5th, we had a field trip to the Renaissance Fair for the 9th and 12th graders. And I know once they came back, everyone seemed exhausted from all the great food that they were able to have. So I know that that went extremely well. Some things coming up. Tomorrow, actually, we have picture retakes and the big senior picture, the group picture that's going to go. And any senior that has not had picture takes, they're going to have an opportunity to do that as well. We all have the PSAT and the LGI tomorrow as well. So I know that Taryn mentioned that. On October 18th, we're going to be offering the Asvab Test. And a lot of people always want to say, well, that's just for military, but I want to be here to say that it's not just for those going into the military. It can really help align any strengths for any post-secondary placement. On October 20th, we're going to hold a financial aid night here at 6 o'clock, and that's a great opportunity not only for students, but for parents as well to come out and learn all of the different grants, loans, scholarships that are out there. And then, of course, there's a lot of help with filling out that really annoying FAFSA form. So we're going to be offering that on the 20th at 6. And then some other things coming up in the month of November. Taryn mentioned the fall play. And then finally, parent-teacher conferences. I know we're not quite there yet, but I'll mention this again at the next meeting. They're going to be on the 10th and the 11th of November, and some information was sent out to parents last week, so make sure you're checking your email. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, at this time, are there any board members wishing to provide any reports or comments?
I want to concur with what Mr. Page just said about the Asvab test. It's a great test because it's an aptitude test. And I know some school districts, they have everybody take it. not just people who are interested in the military. But yeah, I would highly encourage any students to go ahead and take that test.
It's also now a pathway. If you score high enough on the Asvab, it's one of the alternate pathways as opposed to scoring a certain number on the Keystones. And I think we do give it to all sophomores, which is great.
Okay, and did we have any public comments at this time? Nobody in the room? Anything come in online? None? All right. Move for adjournment.
So moved.
This meeting is adjourned.